We can't see your signal, okay? So there's no point in you like holding your hand up and stuff like that, I guess. Which is okay.
Right.
It's not a problem because lots of other people do that. And just good for people to know that your signal is a pulse. And
Okay.
so I want you to see if you get the pulse, because I want you to ask, have I cured this disease that's causing my skin to burn? And see if you get a pulse, a signal. And you started getting signals about how long ago?
Oh, just about 4 or 5 days ago.
Okay. Now, what is the name of the thing you're here to cure?
Well, it's a little complicated. First
Okay.
of all, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease.
What were the symptoms of the Lyme disease? How did they know you had?
Right. And I was diagnosed late. But
wait,
I also,
Kathleen, how'd they know you had Lyme disease? What were the manifestations of it at that time?
well, they didn't at first. I had some joint pain in my shoulders and my neck. I had fatigue. I had the side of my face went numb. A rash I had all over my torso. And then my skin started burning like a neuropathy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was diagnosed in October, about a month after my skin started burning.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So they said that was Lyme disease.
Yeah, they said that I had neurologic Lyme, and I was treated for that for about almost 5 months.
What is the difference between neurologic Lyme and regular Lyme?
Well, I guess it got into my nervous system and became a neuropathy.
And you never had any symptoms of a tick bite.
No, I remember having a bite on my leg back last spring, but I just thought it was a spider bite, but that's all I remember.
It would be like a widening red circle that gets bigger and bigger.
No.
Okay. So there was never any actual evidence that you were bitten by a Lyme tick.
No, not like a bullseye rash. No, I didn't have that.
Okay. Great. Okay, so then this turned into this autoimmune disease, which, what do they call the autoimmune disease?
They haven't. They said that they think that there's an inflammatory autoimmune process going on, probably as a result of the Lyme disease. That's what I have right now. And it's basically manifesting itself as neuropathy. My skin is burning all the time.
Wow. So your skin burns all the time?
All the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How old are you?
50.
And how old are your kids?
They're young. I have twins who are 4, and I have a boy who is 7.
Okay. Now, we can't see your signal, okay? So there's no point in you like holding your hand up and stuff like that, I guess. Which is okay.
Right.
It's not a problem because lots of other people do that. And just good for people to know that your signal is a pulse. And
Okay.
so I want you to see if you get the pulse, because I want you to ask, have I cured this disease that's causing my skin to burn? And see if you get a pulse, a signal.
Now, do I have to say it out loud, or do I just ask myself to myself?
You could mumble it just so that people can hear you, you know.
Okay.
Generally, you don't have to say things out loud.
Okay.
Or you can get a signal right when I'm talking, you know.
Yeah, I've gotten the signal, yes.
So you have cured it.
Yeah. Which makes no sense.
You could ask another question. Do I have it? Do I have the disease that is causing my skin to burn? See if you get a signal on that.
That's yes.
Well, so now we're starting to learn what it's like to get signals. What it's like is you get extremely contradictory and paradoxical answers, and then you have to ask more questions and,
That's right.
and trace the thing, trace the information.
Right.
So this is what people need to know about getting signals. It's they can't figure it out, you know. And you see, but these two conflicting signals could mean a bunch of different things. Number one, they could mean you're being interfered with. Number two, they could just both be right. You cured it, then you got it back 10 minutes later. That's quite maybe you cured it at some one day for 20 minutes over the past week or so.
That's possible because I was removing it from my body pretty consistently.
Yeah. So you were pounding away at it, and maybe you...
I was.
Did your physical sensations change when you did that?
I think, yeah, I did a couple of days ago when I was really working hard at it. I did feel better for a while.
Okay, well then you're going to have to learn. That's what it is that you're going to have to learn. And you haven't learned yet. So this is going to take a little time, but don't worry. You'll learn at some point. You will learn to avoid pain and go towards the good feeling. That's what everybody needs to learn. All of the people who come in here need to learn to go to the good feeling. None of them know to do that. But there's a lot of other things you're going to have to learn too. You want to know what another one is? I'll just tell you now because we don't have a whole lot of time to continue, but I'll tell you another one. And the other one is you're going to have to learn to treat yourself as a convalescent, get everything out of your way, and spend all of your time curing this disease and feeling good. Get the idea?
Yeah.
And that means all those responsibilities have to go out the window. And I see you're a very responsible person. And you need to be responsible about curing yourself right now.
Right.
That's what you need to be responsible about. Because otherwise, you will cream your family and yourself with all your good intentions to, make dinner for them and everything else you're supposed to, whatever you think you're supposed to be doing. You can't do it. You're sick. If you were flat on your back in the hospital, they wouldn't expect it. So go take a 2-hour walk in the forest. You can bring your kids too if you want, and do this, and feel good, and just pick up some dinner on the way home. Just get everything out of your way. Hire somebody to come in, whatever you need to do, because it's going to cost a lot less to do it now than it will later. Those hospitals are like $6,000 a day.
Right.